Hello friends, Dale here, and today we're playing some more Harvest Moon, The Lost Valley. It's the last day of spring, and nothing has happened. Many things have happened, but I feel that the pace of the first spring was extremely slow. That is going to be our talking topic for today. I'm going to reflect on what has happened. Oh my gosh, I'm starting the game. I didn't even full screen. I was playing in the tiny little OBS preview thing. But we have been playing for 7 hours, it looks like. And I haven't been leaving the game running. Apparently, if you leave the game running in sleep mode, it will continually count your hours on your save file. But no, I've been going to the home menu after every day. The Red Harvest Sprite has the recipe. Yeah, I already know. We need the sugar so we can, and the strawberries. Nothing. We didn't even get a cutscene. We didn't get the new characters. Nothing. Maybe we have to wait till we get to strawberries. I don't know. But so some little things have happened here and there. But we're pretty much, I feel like, in the same situation we were in when we started the game. We're in the same little area. We have an axe. We haven't upgraded any kind of tools or anything. The sense of progress is just not there. And I do feel like we made a little progress. We have a barn, and the valley is coming along a little bit. There's little bits of progress being made there, but I think it's so slow, and there's so not only is it slow progress, and that I don't know what I was saying there, but yeah, the progress just feels really slow because it's so little progress, and it's so drawn out. It takes so long for the next thing to happen, and then you make just a tiny bit of progress, and you're back to doing pretty much exactly what you were doing before, which is what you do in Harvest Moon. You make little bits of progress over time, but I feel like if you were playing a game let's pick a popular one Friends of Mineral Town. By the end of the first season, you would already have probably a few chickens. We do have a cow. It was just given to us, so it doesn't really feel as much of an accomplishment as buying your first chicken. But you would have a variety of crops. You would have feel like you're making lots of money. You would have befriended lots of characters, done some mining, done some fishing, done some just a little bit of everything. So much more of the game would feel open to you, as well as you would just feel like you're making so much more progress. And at the end of the first spring in Friends of Mineral Town, I'm usually ready to upgrade my watering can to gold, and I've already seen lots of heart events, and I've caught lots of fish. I probably maybe even upgraded my fishing pole once, and been working on my fishing list, and have gotten the max size of lots of fish, and just caught a ton of different fish in a lot of different locations. And I've probably gone mining and gotten all the ores I need for my upcoming tool upgrades, because I do want to upgrade my watering can to gold at the end of the spring so I can water more in the summer, and just stuff like that. There's just so much little progress all the time in a game like that, whereas in this is just a couple little things have happened, and they were all spread out. And especially when it comes to the character interaction, I feel half the characters in the game, we haven't even met them yet, and the characters we have met have said one introduction thing to us, and then they just say one extremely meaningless piece of dialogue a day, if we even get the chance to talk to them. Sometimes we don't even really talk to anyone because there's just no one around to talk to. There's like Sam. You know, like we talked to April and she says That's it. She just says Like that's the extent of we get to talk to April is And like yeah, like we'll talk to Hunter right now and see what he says. Farm work is all about early rising. It ain't no easy life. That's it. That's I don't know. I mean, that's what it's like in all harvesting games, though. So I can't. Like, I feel like they say a little more than that sometimes, but like, I don't know. It just feels very unrewarding so far. And there's been no events. Like, we've had no character events of any kind. Like, other than meeting people. Like, there's no like hard events. There's no like rival events. There's no random events. Like, nothing. And I think that's been probably the most disappointing thing to me. Is like the complete lack of character events. And I think that good character events are something that people have been craving from the series since Harvest Moon 64. And I think that's why people love that game so fondly, despite from a gameplay mechanic perspective, it's not great. It's aged very poorly. It's a very stressful game. But the character interactions are so good. Like, they have so much feeling to them. Like, it's hard to really explain. Like, they're just written really well for what they are, and there's just so many random little interactions and things that can happen that, like, the characters and the game world, like, just feel so alive. Whereas this is just one, like, eternal winter mass of land, and, like, it definitely does not feel very alive. Like, far from it. This game actually feels quite dead, to be honest. Like, yeah. I think if I hadn't played this before, and I didn't know how much it was going to open up and then be more interesting later, I would definitely not want to stick with it. And I don't blame people for dropping it and having a bad view of this game, because I played for almost 8 hours. I played the entire first season of the game, and like, it's offered me very little. And I think that, yeah. So this is not a game I would recommend to people unless you're the kind of person who likes to just do some terraforming and are willing to deal with the long, slow grind to eventually open up more of the game. Like, we can't even mine yet. We've like opened a mine, but like we can't mine. Oh, here's rocks. So we actually have access to rocks. So yeah, like we can't do mining. There's nothing to do. Like, we can cut some trees, but like we cut all the trees, so there's not even like trees to cut. Like, it's just digging, moving dirt, like for a whole 8 hours of one season. Like there's not really character interaction. There's just not much of anything but watering these crops, and then we got our one little cow, and that's the game. That's Harvest Moon: The Lost Valley. Yeah, I'm thinking about what I want to do. Like, so I definitely understand people seeing this game as was a big boring disappointment. And you know, as you've probably noticed from I was gonna buy like 80 soils, but as you've probably noticed from watching these videos, I am one of the first people to defend Natsume and sing their praises, even in their Harvest Moon developer era. But this was a very rocky start to the Natsume Harvest Moon series, and I'm really surprised they were able to keep going after this, like, because they were already having a bad reputation before the game even came out, and then the game came out and it was this. Yeah. But I mean, I played it, like, I beat the game when it came out, and I was enjoying it, so I don't know how I was able to look past this. I'm looking past it now. Like, I'm saying all this bad stuff about it, but like, I'm still looking forward to playing the game. Like, I'm not like bored of the game yet. I am wanting to play other games, but it's mostly just because I'm running out of topics to talk about. So, is Sam still here? Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy the soil now. I feel like I don't really have anything else to do today. I don't know where to dig it from, so... But, yeah, the first spring retrospective is not looking great. I did, like, have several days pass by because I didn't meet Naomi. You know, but that could have also been rectified with a better map that I could have actually seen. She was off to the side in that other area, instead of just like not having any idea that I could even do anything in the other areas. Like, I really thought like going to another area was like pointless at this time because there was nothing over there. That there were people over there the whole time. I guess that's what Moon Valley is that little area, but the game does not explain that, so yeah, I don't know. Heck, she might be there now. It's past 7 p.m. But I don't know, and I don't want to run all the way over there when I can't see on the map where she is. So that's definitely, the map is something that Natsume needs to fix, but that's definitely not going to fix all of the issues with this game. So yeah, but even from the beginning of this Let's Play series, I was criticizing the 4 winters and the slow progression of this game. And I think having played through the first spring now, those flaws are more apparent than they were when I played this originally. And maybe that's because I don't have the, you know, the hype of the game being new anymore to kind of help me overlook those flaws. So yeah. First spring retrospective, this game could definitely do a lot better. I don't like to completely judge a game until I've seen everything it has to offer, but if I were to like make a judgment at this point, like, I wouldn't be able to say I think this is a good game or even that I think this is a decent game. Like, I would have to say this game is pretty bad at this point. But I do think, at least in my previous experience, that this is actually a slow burn game, and like the game might actually become decent to good later. Um, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. And I think that I'm someone who enjoys bad games, so it's okay to me for this game to be bad, because I can find parts of the game that I enjoy, and I've been enjoying doing the terraforming, and that's pretty much been the saving grace of this game. And maybe that's why they designed it this way, is because they wanted you to have all of this time. Like, they didn't want to overload you with actual Harvest Moon gameplay so you could spend all your time terraforming. I don't know. Like, maybe they really wanted you to play with this new feature that they added to the series, but I'm doing that, but I want more Harvest Moon gameplay from the game at this point. And I think a lot of people play these games for the characters. I don't necessarily play the games for the characters. I really do like the characters, and I like the atmosphere and story and everything that the games do have. But I would say the main draw to the game for me is the time and resource management gameplay aspect of the series, and the completionist collection kind of gameplay aspect and stuff like that. So like the core gameplay elements are what draws me to the series, and the having the characters and stuff are kind of a bonus. And I think that's part of why I really like Shepherd's Crossing. There's like no characters and stuff in that game. Like, there are, like, but it's just like now and then you get a little cutscene and you're like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be characters in this world. And then you go right back to the gameplay. You never leave the farm other than doing your hunts, but like, it's like pure gameplay experience, and like, there's no socializing. Like, there's no mechanics to socializing or anything like that. Just now and then you'll like see a character pop up and say something, and then they'll be gone. And so I think, I'm cool with that, but a lot of people, I think probably most people in my experience from talking to other Harvest Moon fans, the like key thing that makes the series fun to them is the social aspect, like the virtual socialization, and getting to know the characters, building the friendship with the characters, and eventually getting married. And to a lot of people, once they get married, they quit the game because that was like their goal. Like, the game was all about reaching that point. And like, that's not even a thing in the Lost Valley. I mean, yes, you can get married, but like, at this point, like, you wouldn't even know. Like, if you had never played this game before, you wouldn't even know that like socializing was a main aspect to this series if this was your first game in the series, because there's just so little of it. And it's so unimportant and so dry that like it would surprise you to learn that socialization and character interaction is a key element to the series for a lot of people, because I mean, you've seen it if you've watched these videos. This is it, Yeah, and so I think that even if you can make excuses for the game and build parallels to how much progress we've really made in the game so far compared to other games in the series, I don't think you can excuse how little social interaction there's been so far. And just, you would have seen more social interaction in your first day of Friends of Mineral Town than you have seen in the entire first spring of the Lost Valley. I don't feel like that's an exaggeration. Like, just walking around the town and talking to people, and you see a few cutscenes. So like, other than people introducing themselves in our house, we haven't seen any kind of like cutscenes that like explore the characters and their personality or anything. I don't even know if that's in this game. Like, I did beat the game, but like, I don't remember. I honestly can't remember if there's any kind of like cutscenes or like like character cutscenes in the game, like character events. Like, does that exist? I don't know. We'll see, because I'm gonna keep going. I am looking forward to the summer, because I do hope the game is going to open up more. It's not going to open up because it's summer. It'll open because we're progressing through the story. So I'm hoping we get that spring crystal soon. We are going to meet some new characters. We're going to learn how to cook. And hopefully we will be able to mine soon and get a hammer, and then maybe get an upgraded axe soon. But all of this stuff is probably going to be spread out over time locks for like the entire summer. So probably maybe we'll get a hammer, learn to cook, buy sugar, and maybe get an upgraded axe. Maybe those 3 things will happen over the course of the entire summer. Yeah, I don't know. And I think one of the things where this game really shines, one of the things it does really well, is the crop mutation mechanic, and that's something we can't really play around with very thoroughly until we clear the whole game and unlock seasons, and we've done a lot of terraforming. So like, what is there to do? It's just throwing dirt around. We're just, yeah. So I have enjoyed my time this far, like, but I think most people would not have enjoyed their time this far. I think they just would constantly feel wanting and disappointed. And so I can kind of understand why no one's talking about this game now, because I think a lot of people know better from the original release. They know not to play this game. And then the people who don't are playing it for a few hours, and the game is just nothing. Like, no like big feelings of progress, no, like, it's just it leaves you feeling very empty. And I'm just enjoying throwing the dirt around, and like, I don't think most people would have that much fun throwing the dirt around, but that's enough for me. Yeah, I'm very simple and easy to entertain, kind of. I don't know. I'm very weird. That's what it is. I'm very weird in what is able to entertain me and what is not. And we were talking in a previous video that about what Harvest Moon means to me, and then I had another video about why Stardew Valley doesn't mean the same to me. And like, maybe part of the reason I'm able to enjoy this game is because it's called Harvest Moon. And a lot of people claim that's all Natsume is after. Maybe they got me. So yeah, that's my retrospective. I don't think I'm going to share this one on the Natsume Discord, because it's talking so critically about their game. I don't want to make them look bad in their home space. I'm the only person who talks in there anyway. Shout out to Firehawk Geek, Thomas. I see you guys like drop emojis on my posts sometimes. Now and then you guys do say a sentence or something, but the Natsume Discord is pretty much me, and then sometimes the mod talks, and then even more rare, like a couple other users talk. That's the official Natsume Discord. So it's a thing. Like, I might talk about this in another video. Like, where is Natsume getting money? Like, are their games selling? Because nobody seems to play them or talk about them. Like, Well, man, it's just this release because Winds of Anthos, people were buying that game and talking about that game, and people like that game. Like, I love Winds of Anthos, and I saw like 2 or 3 thumbnails on YouTube today, just kind of scrolling through my recommendation things of people praising the Winds of Anthos, and reviews. You know, I like one of them was a thumbnail that said "I love it" under the Winds of Anthos logo, and you know, when it came out, it was very controversial because lots of people were saying it's good, and then you had all the people who didn't play it but still have that like anti-Natsume like thing going on. Like kind of being upset that people were liking the game. And then of course there were people who just legitimately didn't like it, but you know, and it is a very unique game, so it's not going to appeal to everyone. So I understand some people not liking it. And you know, when I streamed it when it was new, like my friends who were into the series, like and didn't like Natsume games, like I remember a friend of mine saying like, I don't think I would want to play this game, but I can admit it looks good. Like it looks like it's a good game, you know, after watching me play it. And I played it a lot. I didn't get all the crop mutations, but I got pretty much everything else in the game. I never got the giant crop, and I never got all the different crop mutations, and flower mutations. But I think I got everything else in the game. Like I enjoyed playing the game a lot. Yeah, so it's not just Natsume games in general. It's this game. This game is interesting. Like I can understand why no one is playing or talking about this game, because most people just don't have the patience. You know, most people know better, and those who don't, the game doesn't do enough to hook you right away. You know, I know that there's a promise of better things to come after playing the game for, well, if I've played, let's say 8 hours now, I have to play for over 30 hours probably before the game kind of will open up and feel like a real Harvest Moon game. I don't know. I'm very tired and I'm very rambly, but so, and I'm just saying the same stuff over and over now, but I think I'm gonna go here. Thank you guys for watching this far. As you can see, I have had to come up with topics to talk about every episode because there's not much to talk about in the game, because nothing's really happening, and when something does happen, it's very small, and then we're back to nothing, and I'm just tossing dirt. So and I'm gonna keep doing the topics. If I play another game, like I was talking about Harvest Moon 3 for Game Boy Color, I'm not gonna do the topics thing. I'll just respond to what's in the game, and like if there's nothing really to respond to because I'm doing something repetitive, you know, because it is a repetitive routine series, like I'll just kind of be quiet, you know. But this, I feel like if I was just being quiet when there's nothing to talk about, I just wouldn't talk, you know. But yeah, again, repeating myself, I'm gonna go. I might just go to bed. I feel so sleepy, but I really want to play some more. But like I said, I'm running out of topics. I might set some stuff up. I might encode some videos, and then get myself to sleep. So have a good one, and bye bye.